Hey guys, hey boys and girls, how's it going? So I'm back. I got a lot of stuff that's been going on, but nothing really like it's mainly was like cleaning and reorganizing everything for to get things ready so I can make more videos. So I told you guys in the past that I was gonna clean out the garage. Um, so um, my son bought a truck, so I probably posted a couple videos on is either TikTok or Instagram. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys really quick what it looks like. It's another OBS. So this is not my project, but it kind of is because I'm the one doing the work for him. But he wants this truck built, so the idea is he wants to put a 454 in there, big block motor. So we're gonna see if we're gonna go down that route. Not sure yet, but I already helped him. I already pulled the motor out, clean out the engine bay, and pretty much took out what was left inside the interior. So let me turn you around real quick. So not sure how the lighting is. Yeah, if you can see it. The lighting here is not too great, but it is sunny. It is warming up. Hold on, let me lower this radio because I don't want to get in trouble for this. And realize it was on. Anyways, let me turn it back around. Give it. So, oh, also too, check out the garage, guys. I got it all cleaned up. It's really tight in here. It's only a 2-car garage. So I got the Camaro here. She's going, but little by little, I'm putting a little bit of attention to her, but not quite everything because I want to get it repainted. So that's going to cost money, and I can't put money on the Camaro right now. It will happen later, but I got everything organized. I pretty much cleaned out. I had a lot of parts in the Camaro. I pulled what didn't belong to the Camaro, and pretty much put everything that was in there in to get it ready. So anyways, back to my son's project slash kind of my project because I'm helping him build it. So he bought the vehicle a couple months back from a buddy of his, and then he took it straight to the paint shop. He didn't want anything perfect. He just wanted it cleaned up and shot. So it's a really nice color. Check it out. It's kind of like a gray metal, gunmetal gray color. Let me show you in the sunlight. You can take a look at it compared to the black that I got on mine. See, that's just basically a flat black or something that nature. But anyways, so this is the color he has, and then this is the 6.0 that he got from me that I took out of the 2500. So during I believe it was summer, coming towards the end of summer, it was vacation time. So that was like the last thing I did last year majorly big, was pull out of the project, which was that HT truck. If you guys remember, it was a long bed HT truck. Well, that's the original motor out of that one. So he's gonna have that one rebuilt, and then this one is the 350, and that one has I believe it's the 4L60 right there. So that's the original motor that came out of this truck. And then let me show you guys the inside. So pretty much when he got it, the interior, the wiring was pretty much not done. It was just the way you see it is a big mess. So that's gonna be all torn out. I'm gonna take that out. Let me show you the engine bay. So I did a small video, I believe it was on Instagram, of me pulling out the end. Or I didn't show the actual me pulling out. I lost that footage, so I couldn't really show that. I made some video of it. I'm going to go ahead and add this to it, but this is the results of me after me, pulling out everything and then actually pull the motor out. I skipped that part. I didn't get to record that part. My camera it took a dump. It died, and I wasn't going to wait. And the motor was already hooked up, and I had the engine hoist already hooked up to it, so I wasn't going to wait for it to charge, and I just went ahead and pulled it out. But this is it right now. I sprayed it down, but it still needs some degreaser and whatnot. But I'll get back to it later. But I didn't want it on the driveway because it was something hung up on here. I didn't want it on the driveway because it was getting in my way. So I needed to get it out of my way. The Camaro was running. It was blocking the Camaro. I couldn't even back up the Camaro, so I ended up putting it in the garage, and I had to make more room. And then I've been busy with this one. Still got the Scat there, the 392, and then so that one I plan to possibly put it inside the OBS. But guys, the OBS truck sounds really good, runs really good. But this is basically what I wanted to show you on my son's truck. So I got another project here going. Camaro, I can pull it in and out. So I went ahead and redid the whole garage, as you guys can see. Got everything kind of working for me for now. And then I got myself set up over here so that I can start working on the transmissions. I haven't been able to do the transmissions because of there's basically no room, and I didn't want to start something. I was already having parts all over the place and I didn't want to lose them, so I wanted to get organized. So I got that situated, got my tools down there. I can go ahead and pull the Camaro out, or vice versa, put another car in here if I want to. So the whole idea was so that I can have access to the garage and be able to take these cars in and out. Now his truck ain't gonna be moving yet until we get the motor, but I wanted to show you guys. So the OBS is right here. I got her going. I still have to put a fan in here. I have to hook up the wiring harness for the fan because I didn't add the harness for the fan, and I got to do that later. So I just wanted to make sure it ran, and it does run. I don't want it to overheat. I went ahead and put a radiator in. Just kind of got it hooked up with the original hooks on there. For now it's working. I'll do something later to make it a lot nicer and a lot more cleaner, but it's basically a stock motor 60 with and then it has the 4L80 in there already. I installed that one, and that one was out of that HD 2500 long bed pickup truck. Transmission works awesome. Fluid was dark. Flushed it, didn't change the filter, but I will do that later on. I just wanted to see if the transmission was going to work. It works awesome. It just smooth ride, so I'm thankful for that. But here she is. She was sitting over here where the GMC truck is at, as you can see. She was sitting there. So the whole idea is that I can go ahead and pull the Camaro out when I need to work in the garage. I'll be able to have everything kind of, you know, a lot better than it was before. Because I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys were watching, I had this whole garage with a bunch of racks like this one. So we got all that out. I got it out and put it in the storage and organized it. For now I'm going to reorganize it a little bit better. Probably put another rack right here. As soon as I get rid of this, get this engine out, I'll put a new rack. I have another black rack like that one over there. I'll put that one here, get this harnesses out of the way, and then so that I can build a lot more storage on this area. But yeah, guys, it's slowly but surely it's getting there. It's a lot of work. You know, trying to find places to put things at, so the store. And then I realized I have a lot of parts. I have a lot of parts. I have to I know I'm talking you guys' ears off, but my dog won't come out. But I have a lot of parts. There's some parts right there for the 350, and then these, believe it or not, these are all parts, car parts, truck parts. All these wiring harness, you name it. I got all kinds of stuff, airbags, all kinds of things in here. So I'm gonna go through there and start getting rid of. I want to sell it. If I can't sell it, then I'm probably just gonna toss it. But I got a lot of miscellaneous parts. I put it in the container because it was raining. So now that the rain slowed down and the fog went away, because here in Cali we had a lot of fog, And then the rest of this is all just junk. It's going to be get rid of. And then sort of everything out, what's going to be junk and what's not going to be junk. Then I got a couple of transmissions. I had to cover those up for the rain. This one I just recently pulled out, so that one I'm gonna have to cover that one up. And I got a bunch of stock torque converters here for those transmissions. Those I'll have to cover those up as well, just in case if it rains, but hopefully the rain stops. But yeah, everything that was in the garage I pulled out. Those were mostly all a bunch of parts. They were in my way. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what I've been up to. So I have been busy. That's why I haven't really made any videos. This is more of I guess a vlog, if you want to say, because I usually want to show you guys how to do something, but this is so this is me letting you guys know where I'm at. So did you guys see that I haven't just been sitting on my butt not doing anything? Turn around. I'm not sure of this camera. So I got time. It's the battery. Oh, it's just a shot. Okay, just want to double check. Sometimes I have problems with this camera. Anyways, it's good. So anyways, this truck here, the GMC truck, I'm just waiting. I'm gonna get it painted. So I'm possibly gonna get this one painted or either the OBS truck. So me and my son talked about it, and then we're probably gonna take this one to the guy that paint this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all the body work done. So this one, I planned to do this. I kind of like the semi-gloss black, but the idea was to actually go with a black color, like a jet black color. But I don't know. You guys comment. Let me know if I should do semi-gloss or either glossy black. So we'll see. I kind of like this one instead. Instead of just the regular gloss black. Because of the gloss black, I was thinking, if I do gloss black, then you're gonna see scratches and everything. I know it's black, so it will be hot. So there's a lot more things I got to do this one. The bed still have to take care of. This getting painted. I got to get a new light. I only have the one light here. I was going to order a couple lights, but I just haven't done that yet. I've been busy doing other stuff, which is focusing on the garage, and then working on my son's truck. So I kind of just put that one aside for now. On the GMC truck, that's basically what I do is I'll jump. Excuse me, turn you guys around. I will jump around from one vehicle to the next, but the idea is that I didn't want this is the reason why I didn't want this truck that my son has on the driveway, because it was being an inconvenience. Also too, I had a tarp in it, and I don't want the city coming down on me. So now I got a couple of family vehicles that are outside. Now those are basically tagged and registered. So I don't have to worry about them telling me anything about those, but this one I have to. So the OBS truck, I'm gonna finish primering it, and now that one doesn't have the tags on it. It's on and on, but that one is running, so I can put it on the street or park it back on the street. During the week, if I'm not home, I can go ahead and put it on the driveway. So now that I have this truck on the inside and I have the Camaro inside, I have two vehicles. I got rid of all the other stuff, get it out of the way. I have these vehicles that I can go ahead and store in there and not worry about the city, town, anything like that. So now as for the OBS truck, it runs, so I can move it back and forth, or I put a tarp on it. But I plan to paint it so it won't look bad, or either I'm gonna primer it so it'll look clean, and I'm pretty sure they probably won't bother with me with that one since it's running. I know I'm talking really fast because I do not want this video to be too long, because it's supposed to be short. Sometimes my videos, they come out really long. And so now, as for this one, give me a minute, guys. Let me pause real quick. looks like I hit a time lapse on this area of the video. So it looks like I'm just explaining some things to you and then letting you know that we were going to go for a ride in the truck. Then I paused it and then continued on the next clip. All right, thank you. Alright guys, as you can see, the brakes, they're a little soft. Now this has a hydro boost, and it might be the reason why, but it's just I don't want to risk it too, so I'm not gonna get on it like super fast. This is more, and then my lights don't work on there, so just bear with me guys. I want to be safe. Driving around the neighborhood a little bit. I don't want it to overheat. We got it at, it's at 200 right now, and I got my garage door open right now, so. Temperature still at 200. Doing pretty good though. I thought she wasn't gonna break. She's slowing down for me. Didn't want to get on too much. Run into something. I don't even have the e-brake set up yet. Oh no, the e-brake is set up. No, that'd be even worse. Yeah, it's just see how things are going, guys. So she's still around. She's working. So this is the 4L80 transmission, guys. I think she's doing pretty good. At 200. I don't want to get past 210. I'll bring it back around. Alright. Let's see if I can go looking. Just want to make sure she stops. That's my whole that's what I'm worried about. It might have backfired because I don't have one of the spark plugs hooked up, guys. So okay, give me a minute. I got one of the neighbors back on. Yeah, it's Sunday, so everyone's doing their own thing. I got a lot of neighbors in this area where they're back and forth, so. Looks like pretty good. She's getting close to 210, so And then earlier, oh, there it was. That yesterday, the day before, when I was working on it, the hit got stuck on. I don't know what the problem was, but seems like it cleared it, it fixed itself. But I think it might be the ignition, and I might have spun this around, so it might be the ignition. So that might be the thing. But anyways, there she is, guys. I know it's a small drive. I kind of got on it and backfired a little bit, but I don't think that's a big deal. I think that just probably working its kinks out. The more I work on it, the more I'll be able to drive it a lot better, guys. But yeah, I'm trying to remember to keep turning that camera around. I don't know, I guess you guys like seeing my face or something. I don't know. I guess it's better than looking at the concrete. My bad for you guys, you know, that I was doing that. But I am still learning at it, still trying to get better at it. Now, I do follow other guys like Project Torque and On the Gas, and a lot of other YouTube guys that I do follow, but those are the setup. I do enter a lot of their giveaways as well. Like I got my merch hat right there from Project Torque. I have a lot of I have entered his giveaways so many times that I have a whole wardrobe of Project Torque and On the Gas shirts and stickers and decals. So I have so many of those that I just put them all over my vehicles. I had it on the OBS truck. I mean, not the OBS truck, but the Cat Eye, the Cat Eye truck that my son has now. So there's my decal for now. And there's the ones I have the setup over there. And then Project Torque. I have my On the Gas one here. The ones that I did enter in while throughout the years. But I plan to do a giveaway. Oh, so I am going to give away that truck. So my followers, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell them subscribe, because this truck I am going to give it away. I told myself if I was going to buy it, end up making it a step side, that I was going to give it away. So since I already made it a step side, I'm going to give it away. Now, for some reason, if I need the money and things get to that point, I will sell it if I need it. But for now, that is built to be a giveaway. I'm not doing any merch yet. As soon as I do merch, you guys will know. But I want to get that truck done, paint it, interior done. I have plans for the interior. I have a different setup wheels that I want to go with. I might do those wheels, but I'd rather just do a brand new set of wheels. There's more work I gotta do. I'm gonna clean the frame because it's an older truck, so I'm gonna go ahead and do those things to it. I want to spray that firewall, get the whole truck painted, do the interior. So I want to clean it up really good before I give it away. I'm gonna lower it as well. That's the idea. But I want you guys to subscribe, friends, whoever you have, friends or co-workers, family, whatever, because I will be giving that away. You will have to purchase either a sticker or possibly a hat or a shirt, some kind of type of merch that I'll get together. Now, I said I'd give myself a year to get that going. Now, it's not going to be starting yet, but this year I just decided to go ahead and do a giveaway on that truck. So just follow along and see how the build comes, and then you guys figure if you guys want to go ahead and enter that. So it's not going to be like these other YouTubers. Now they're in a different bracket than I am. They're have their stuff already lined up, so they can go ahead and turn around and do a month or 2 week giveaway. I ain't like those guys. I'm by myself. I do everything by myself. No, I'm not a professional editor, but I do the best that I can, and I do everything myself. And I have a family to take care of, and also too have these vehicles to take care of. So slowly but surely I will get there, but that will be officially my first giveaway of this channel. Now I have a surprise with that truck that I hope you all like that. The idea that I'm going to do with this truck. And then we'll go from there. Hey guys, I'm back. Boys and girls, here we go. This is a little bit of the OBS truck. I just got the 80 installed already, so I'm going to show you where it's at right now. It's taken apart still, because I haven't got to the doors, and I explained it to you guys earlier the other day on the last video that I was recording. Now let me turn you around real quick. It's kind of a bit of a mess. So as you can see, we got a lot of the plastic sitting over there. I have some of it in the garage as well. Some of the wiring harness for the I believe that's for the one of the seats or something like that later. I gotta figure that out later. But otherwise, there's still the cutout that I did for the door. Now that side is, I had the other side inside the garage. This side is kind of just bolted in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to. Oh, this is for the lights. I gotta rewire that because the OBS lights are different, so I'm gonna have to rewire those lights. The idea on that is I'm gonna reuse the NBS plug and then just wire it into the OBS light bulbs. But I got this ready. It's not done yet, but it's just kind of just mocked up right now. But this is kind of the idea of what I'm talking about as for the door panels. So I will get back to that. I'm not sure if we're going to bolt it in like the original OBS doors were. They had just a couple little 8mm screws or 7mm screws they were holding. There's like this whole sheet metal that goes and has all the parts for the OBS. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to go that route or they're going to weld it in. I think I'm just going to weld it in, depending on how everything works. Anyways, this video is take you guys for a quick ride. I did earlier, but I couldn't really get on it because it had no fans, and I didn't remember what was what. And now, for if you guys don't know and you guys run into it, the computer for the 6.0, if you have a HD, get this down right. Okay, so the 6.0, some mosquitoes coming. All right, weather's getting better, spring's close. Or what, March. I haven't posted a video for February. I was too busy, like explained earlier, with the garage and organizing everything. So back what I was talking about, I couldn't really drive on it because the brakes weren't that great. They're still not that great yet. I'm probably gonna have to re-bleed them, but they have enough. Since it has the hydro boost, it's working pretty good enough for me to take you on a drive. It's just going to be around here, not too far from my place. So the idea is I want you guys to see how it's going. It has a little bit of a, I think it's a misfire, I'm not sure, but it's not coming out as a misfire. I just think it's because one of the cats is not cats, but the oxygen sensor is not connected. So I got to go back and weld that back into the muffler, and then right at the end of the cat, so it just doesn't have like a bung, so you can go ahead and like screw it in there because it was cut off. I don't remember if I did it or how I had it and it was like that or whatnot, but anyways, long story short, let's go for a drive. I got an E-fan connected, not with the computer. Oh, that's what I was coming down, that's what I was trying to say, is that the HD doesn't have it programmed in the computer. So if you run into that reason, it's because you have to program the E-fan to work, because for some reason the HD pickup trucks only use the fan and clutch setup. they don't use wrong keys. So they don't use the E-fans. So like a Cadillac and then like some of the Tahoes, they use that, or like the Denali's, they use the E-fans. But I guess not all of the vehicles come with the E-fan. But you can go ahead and hook it up. What I did is I just went ahead and hooked up a switch for it for now, so it won't overheat. And that was my thing. I didn't want to ruin the engine, get it overheated before I got to even use it too much. But we're gonna go for a short ride, guys. Right now I got no lights on. It don't work. I got no signal lights, so no one knows if I'm braking or turning or what. So we're just gonna go for a short drive, and then we're gonna come right back. I just want to show you guys. I'm gonna turn here around. Well, give me a minute, and then I'll show you. Gas in here, so don't want to run out of gas. Pretty smooth. I mean, this 80 works really good. And everyone was talking about weight. I don't feel it at all. It might be because this truck is light. This truck is not that heavy. I mean, this engine transmission is normally in a heavy duty pickup truck, 2500. Back there. Flip you around real quick. You guys get an idea. Can't really take her out in the open because she ain't safe. I still got a lot of things to bump up and finish up. But y'all get the idea. Driving. That I'm not sure if it's just messed up and hung up, or because I put gas, so it shouldn't be showing E at all. Should at least have a quarter. So I'll have to check to see maybe the float's hung up. mess. I got just a switch here. I'll fix all that up, clean it up, put it, everything where it belongs. Basically, it's in a stock, put it in a stock location, or just screw it to maybe the panel right here or something. But I might get a different switch. But if I get the computer program, then I don't have to really worry about it. Right now, I'm running the HD. It's the HD computer, because that one has the program for the 80 in it. So I'm gonna have to program the Cadillac one. Hands up. Oh, they're not on. No. Turn on the fan. See, they working. Yeah, they're working now. You can see them. They're on low. I don't have them too high. It's not that hot. It actually haven't even hit 200 yet. So I got this kind of mocked up. This is from this E-fan is from the HD truck, or not the HD truck. It's out of the Cadillac Escalade. New radiator, and this is for the NBS. That's an NBS radiator. But you could fit like a 454 radiator in here easily. Which this one is just for now. I'm gonna put a bigger radiator, keep it cooled down. But this is just to move it around. Like I said, I still got to do the rear end suspension. It's a stock motor. It has no cam in it, no high performance part. Basically, it's just all it's all stock, guys. Stock 80. But like, I didn't rewire it with the original dash. I plumbed everything, and I fixed the firewall. If you can see, it's got there's the AC unit for the NBS. So that's why I welded all those areas so that I could fit the NBS AC unit in there. And then I still got to fix it because I just have this bypass, this hose right here for the water. So later on, I'm gonna do some other things. Now, this is the thing, is I wasn't sure if I was gonna use the if I was gonna go with the Hellcat, or not the Hellcat, but the 392 engine, the Hemi, because I've done so much on this one, and it's taken a long time. So we'll see. I might just use this one for now. If not, then I'll take this one out and try to wire the other one in without changing the dash, and then use that one while this one gets redone. Probably maybe go through the whole motor and get it redone in the transmission. We'll see how it goes. Basically, it's both, or either one is just to play with. But the idea was to do the LS without having to wire in the whole dash. And like I said before, this was like right before COVID, so this was the idea. I didn't want to bother with the old dash and whatnot. I like this better. But yeah, long story short, this is where I'm at, guys, and I'm gonna finish it up. I'm not gonna stop. Let me show you I think I showed you the other side. Let me rev it up a little bit. Not too loud. It's got still has the loud. It's kind of more of a deep sound. But I got the fans also, I don't have to really worry about it overheating on me. But alright, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys like it. Everyone does it different. I mean, I know everyone wires it, but I didn't have to go to anybody. I did everything myself. Basically what I knew, and I did everything, put it together. I know it's still kind of rough. It looks kind of a little ugly, but most of this is just plastic. I mean, versus my other truck. I'm like, if you look at, let me shut this off real quick. Shut off the fan. Kill the battery with that fan. But let me show you the other truck. Something happened here. Sometimes that happens. Get a little bit of a hiccup on this engine. The thing it has to do with the ignition. I think it could be the anti-theft, or it's this ignition probably gets hung up. Does that every once in a while. It starts clicking. Anyways, I'll figure it out. Just recently started. Clear it out. Just unplug it for now. But yeah. Let's see. Let me show you the difference. Well, I mean, not much difference. I mean, I didn't have to. They're very close. I mean, so if you're decided to use some of the NBS stuff, it can work for you. So you see this hump here, it goes like that. That's for the radiator, so it's bolted on just right there. So you could take a radiator support from an NBS and just mount it right here and bolt it right here. Mount it right here and just bolt it right there, and it'll go up. But honestly, I mean, that would just be just to bolt this on there. I mean, I'm gonna find a different way. I'm probably gonna use the original. There's these plates that go right here for the OBS. But even if you did, it would clear it. It doesn't hit the. It might. You know what? It might hit this portion right here. So yeah. But anyways, you can find a different way. Use up some type of bracket or whatnot. But I think I'm gonna use. I have the brackets for the. I believe it's for the 454 brackets, so I might just use those for there. And like I said before, I'm probably gonna get a bigger radiator. This is a bigger radiator. This is a HD radiator for NBS. So, but oh, what I was talking about, the plastic. See, most of this is just all the plastic here. And then on this side, this is a 80 or 98 fender. So on the 98 fender, there's a tray on this side of the engine on a 98. This is off of a Tahoe. It was a Tahoe that I bought from my sister. So this was the Tahoe fender off of her truck. I sold most of the truck. But that tray, I kept the tray because I wanted the battery on this side, just like the NBS, because normally the batteries are on this side, on the passenger side, and then they have a wire that comes into the ground wire, or a power wire that goes across here, and then it plugs into the battery right here on some of the, I think it's like the older and OBS trucks. They're mounted right here. There's a tray sits here and it's mounted there. So on this truck, it had the tray. So I utilized the tray, and then right here in the bottom, there's this panel that it's the evap canister that sits right there for the 97, 98, I believe, and 99. Hers was a 99 OBS Tahoe. So I utilized those pieces so that I can use the tray on there. So there's something there as a tip for you guys to do. And the reason why I said the fender, because the fender bolt, there's a bolt, one bolt that goes there, and it bolts right into this fender. Now if you use the older model, it doesn't have that bolt. I mean, you can add a bolt, but it doesn't have it. But I happen to have it, so I used it. And then there's that tray, there's that thread right there. So that right there bolts onto the bottom. You want to use that. I just stuck it in there. I might just cut it also, just in case. I don't want it to hit. If I lower the truck any, I'll probably remove that so that it won't get caught up on the tire. but that's factory. That tray and this, the way that bolt comes hanging out like that, that's factory for that fender. And this is a 99. So yeah guys, so most of this, if you took this off, it'll look just as ugly as that over there. See, it's all this plastic cover I took off, and I'm not sure if I kept it or put it away or I threw it away. I'm not remember. It might be in the backyard, but I gotta clean all that up. But this is the way it looks originally. That's a 5.3. I mean, it'll look too much difference from each other. They look basically the same. This is a 05 6.0, so it just has a different setup for the fuel injection compared to this one. This is a 99, so this one has a fuel coming in, but it has another line there in the back there for the return. So this is a return line system, and this is a non-return line system. It only has one line, as you can see there. And then this one has the foot pedal throttle, so I integrated that one. That's same pedals from the Cadillac Escalade. I'm not sure if anybody paid attention to that, but this pedals, they're not even from the OBS. Those are the original pedals to the Cadillac Escalade. The only thing I don't have hooked up is the motor. There's like a motor piece that goes on there to control, because this is adjustable. I still have it though, where this adjusts up and down from the floor. It would either go further down or further up, but that is the original pedal to the Cadillac Escalade, and you can see that it's bolted down right there. I modified that because the firewall, it wasn't further out, and so with the Cadillac Escalade, I mounted the Cadillac Escalade firewall on that foot pedal area to give me more room, because it was too far, it was too close to my foot, and so it needed like probably about 1.5 inches. It protrudes out more. I mean, you can't really tell because after I did everything, kind of sprayed everything black, but I matched everything close to the original OBS truck. I can't even see the weld anymore, but this is a little deeper now from the firewall, because I just laid it on top and kind of figured out what was best on it, and then I cut the firewall out, and then I put the firewall part of the Cadillac Escalade over it, and then what I did is I cut it. As I was cutting it, I was marking it at the same time. I marked it, and then I was able to cut what I didn't need from the OBS, and then what I didn't need for the Cadillac Escalade, which was very little, because I used most of the metal from the Cadillac Escalade. And then this is the Cadillac Escalade, a Hydro Boost that it has in there as well, because it doesn't have that hose that comes this way on like this one. This one has the hose running back here. You see it's connected to the Hydro Boost, or right here. It's connected to the back of the intake. This one doesn't have it. As you can see, it's blocked off. It has it right there, but it's blocked off. From factory, it's blocked off. And then it has a Hydro Boost. It doesn't have that system like that one. You can see the difference between this one, and then I could go with that one, but I wanted the Hydro Boost because I wanted more stopping power, because, you know, knowing that I was going to have the 60 the 6.0, I mean, and then have the 4L80 in here. I wanted to utilize the braking system. Now I had to re-plumb all the brake lines. During last summer, I did see a little bit of fluid coming out on this back side of the tire. Now I have the original drums on here, as you can see, the original drums, and that other side, it had a leak, and I fixed it. So I'm thinking maybe this one has a leak now as well. I just didn't fix it because I figured it was fine, but it's just this little piece that's in there that needs a new seal probably. Anyways, guys, long story short, this is where I'm at. I hope you guys like the drive. I hope you guys like the video. I know I'm just rambling on because I don't have anything really show you guys the DIY type of stuff. This is more of kind of an update on how it's going on the OBS truck and what I showed you what I've been up to with the garage and cleaning up and whatnot. So I hope you guys like it. I'm still planning on fixing it up for you guys that are interested. I have time to work on it, and there's times I don't have time to work on it, so that's why I really don't want to take the dash apart, because I know some of you guys want to know how I did the dash. But to be honest, the little bit of time that I have to work on it and to take it back apart, it's kind of defeating the purpose. And I know a lot of you guys want to know. I've explained it several times, but to honestly show you, I would have to retake it all apart and show you. Maybe one of these days I'll do that. You have any questions, I can help you as best as possible. You do have to cut into the cab because it doesn't fit. So I had to cut into the cab, and I had to rework the side of the cabs where I cut, and then I had to add sheet metal to make it stronger, a thicker sheet metal, and then weld it to the cab so I can make the brackets fit on there and they're strong enough and it's supporting it, and then the cab has no loose structure on there. Now I still got to go back later and fix up the little areas where I overcut, which is not, it's just a pinch weld, which the rubber should cover it, or I'm going to add a piece and just weld it into the where the pinch weld was at, and add an extension to it so that there's a rubber grommet or rubber, it's like a rubber, something like, let me show you, something like this that's on the window trim. It's like this, it goes right here on the pinch weld. It's a rubber strip that goes all the way up. So that I'm gonna add just a little bit. It's only like probably 2-3 inches short, and I'll add that on there, and that's not gonna be a big deal. I'll take care of that. And most of the cutting I did was where the foot pedal was at, and that there's this big bulky aluminum piece that everything is connected to. The steering column, it connects to the foot pedal. It holds, basically it's like if you take the dash apart and you see it, it's this big, right behind the cluster, everything sits on that aluminum piece. I basically had to remove a lot of the back end of that. And then as for the dash here, I scribed the whole dash to fit against that window. I took this out several times to get that to fit perfect. And then there's underneath there's these brackets that basically go in the back. Those are mounted to the back of the of this cab, and I shortened them, and I made holes, and then I bolted those down to brace this in. You could see that I'm moving. The dash is not loose. The dash is in. So yeah. So yeah, to take it all apart, guys, I don't really see a reason to do all that right now, because like I'm saying, I have a lot of other things to do, like the GMC truck, which is going to be the giveaway, hopefully. I mean, that's the idea. I'm going to give this away to you, one of you guys. But I have some body work to do, because I'm planning on painting it now that I got the panels. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it, and I'm kind of undecided if I'm going to go with a semi-gloss black or either a glossy black. So, but the idea is I'm planning to go black, and it's either going to be with a semi-gloss or either glossy black. So we'll go from there. But that's pretty much about it on that one. I still got to do that. And then this, I got to button up the door, so I do need to start working on the door soon. because I want this one to get finished, and I got to concentrate on these doors because there is a lot I got to do. There's all these little pieces that I have. So like all this, like this kind of stuff I have to fix. I have to fix all the wiring to fit these doors. And then there's these little metal, they're like, I call them links, but they're like little bars that connect to the handles. Those have to be all situated, make sure those are all working. And I got to plumb them in to work for the NBS door handles, because I plan to use the door handles on the original door handles for the OBS truck. Now, if that doesn't work, then maybe just use like a pop lock or something. But right now, nothing's connected. I use the key to open the door. It opens, unlocks, and opens the door that way. But I'll figure it out. I'll customize that to make it work, and then I'll let you guys know how that worked out. But yeah, right now I'm using the HD 6.0 original. Was it PCM, and then the body module. It's like this, like the body module. This one reads. You gotta have this. If you're gonna use the original factory one, you got it. If you're gonna mess with this and you're gonna go this way, you gotta have this. It reads to the computer, to the engine, and this is the biggest problem that people have, because when they do an LS swap, they eliminate this. They don't take any of the wiring from the dash. What they do is they just keep the computer box from the motor, but you need this so that it can read that. And without this, this is connected to the steering column, so it's all has to do with so theft lock. So it reads, it talks to each other. This one talks to that computer, and that one talks to this, so it allows it to do different things. It allows you to turn on the car. So with this, you will not be able to work it, even if you switch them. Like I switched them, and if you put this module with the other one, it won't work. It might possibly work, but it won't work with the ignition. And also too, you have to memorize your key. Your key has to get memorized if you have a different key. So there's a lot of different things that you got to do in order for the computer to go ahead and say, okay, I'll turn on. But yeah, even if you go, like, let's say I made my GMC a 6.0. If I put this 6.0 in there and an 80, you have to have the computer, or you have to have your computer redone. You're gonna have it fixed. You're gonna have to have someone go in there and program your computer to work as a 6.0, and so it can turn on, and then so also too that it can run the 80 in there as well. But yeah, guys, there's a lot of that has to do with it. Anyways, I just keep rambling on. I'm sorry, but I'll talk to you guys later. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys like the video. Nothing really amazing I can say. Maybe the ride a little bit, or show that yay, it's driving, it's moving. I mean, I already been down that road with the 60, but now I got the 80 in there, and I'm just glad that the transmission is working. To me, the 80 is better than the 60. It feels a little more smoother. It feels more like you're in a Cadillac. It's just a smooth shifting, smooth. You don't even feel it, just goes. But unfortunately, that one, I might do a 60 on that GMC truck. I'm having a little bit of issues, and that transmission, I had got it from a local guy here in Fresno. Supposedly he was a transmission guy, and he rebuilt it. And I didn't get a used transmission because I didn't want no problems. But I had a little bit of problems on that one, so I have to go back and then figure out what's going on that one. We'll figure out why it's doing what it's doing. It could be maybe a solenoid, possibly. So I'll go ahead and pull that out and then go from there. And since I'm already going to start, I get the garage situated to build those transmissions. I'm going to go ahead and figure out why this one is So I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll build another transmission, or I'll swap it out for a 60 since I know how to do that already, and then take that one out and then figure out what was the issue, why I'm having some problems on that one. It shifts and goes, but sometimes it seems has a little bit of a delay, so I don't know what the issue, why it's doing that. Supposedly it's supposed to be a rebuilt transmission, but just never know sometimes. But anyways, guys, what we're gonna do is fix that one, but right now I want to get back on the OBS truck and then get that all situated. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. You guys comment, like, and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.